Okay, we are here in Katowice, and I'm here with ByuN, and we're gonna do a short interview, how he feels and what he's going to do here. First of all, how do you feel, and are you ready for Katowice? 지금 컨디션이 어떠신지, 그리고 이번 대회에 대해서 뭐 어떤 소감이 드시는지 한번 설명해 주세요.
일단 지금 컨디션은
So at the moment, I'm not really sure about my conditions here because my mouse hand doesn't really move like I want to because it's like a whole different environment, and I didn't really perform well in the qualifiers in Korea, so I'm kind of concerned about that. But on the other hand, in foreign tournaments like in BlizzCon or WCA and stuff like that, I really performed well, so I hope that repeats again and I will perform pretty well here.
그래서 좀 기대하고 왔어요.
So the next question is, the last time we talked, you came fresh off your BlizzCon win. Afterwards, you were also able to win WCA in China. How was that for you, like winning those two big tournaments, and how do you rate your performance there?
일단 소감은
So BlizzCon being the biggest tournament in StarCraft 2, I didn't really expect to do that well. I mean, I wanted to go to the finals, but I really didn't expect to. But then I won the whole thing, and it made me really, really happy, of course. And I really didn't expect it. And also, I think at that time period, I really was a beast, beast in training and practicing. So I did really a lot of training. When I went to the hotel at BlizzCon, I immediately watched all the VODs I could and practicing. And afterwards, after winning BlizzCon at the WCA China, I kind of expected to win that because after I win at BlizzCon, I was confident and I thought I could easily do it.
그대로 돼서 뭐 그냥 나름 만족했죠.
So the next question is, after the performances, unfortunately, you went to Korea back, and the GSL groups, it wasn't that of a performance I guess you wanted to have. And please take us through your thought process during those times. Was it a slump, or what went wrong?
연습은 그래도 제가 자만하지
I
않고
think my performance at GSL, I wasn't like overconfident or anything because I trained as much as I could, like always. But after the patch in Terran versus Terran, I wasn't confident enough in that matchup anymore after the balance changes. And unfortunately, I had to play against the Terran in the GSL group because he was the defending champion of GSL and also like the BlizzCon champion. He kind of had so much weight on his shoulders, and like all the fans expected him to win it all again and do really great in this tournament. So he was kind of nervous.
부족이죠. 제가 더 열심히 해야죠.
How did you come out of this slump? Like, did you do anything special about it? And because after that, in the IEM qualifiers in Korea, even though you lost to Maru, you went through the other bracket, like the losers bracket, and qualified for this tournament. So what was your special training? So going to the qualifiers of IEM Katowice, it was actually the first round when I played against Maru and lost, so I fell down to the loser bracket. And I was like, you have to play so many games and go through so many good players when you lose in the first round in the winner bracket. I didn't give up, but I was like, okay, it happened, now I'm gonna just play. And the funny thing was that in the finals I met the player Stats, and he went through all the loser bracket too. He lost in the first round too, and also I faced him in the GSL where I lost to him. So I was kind of eager to play him and get some revenge. So I think those are the reasons why I was kind of able to go through all those players. So you're gonna play some big names in your group, including Hero, Solar, and also Ryong, and also Snoot, a foreign player who's really, really good. So, did you prepare anything special against those people, or was it just your traditional routine of practice, or like what do you think about those players and facing them?
근데 저는 상대가
Normally, I always, when I have to face an opponent, I always watch his VODs and analyze him and try to prepare through that. I did the same for this group of people, but I noticed that those people are really, really good players, and I always feel like this is the death group of this tournament. It will be really tough. After the recent patch, there were a few balance changes, and did anything change? Like you mentioned before, your TVT wasn't that good enough after the patch, but any other matchups that kind of are different for you, or like where you are feeling really confident or feel a little bit less confident?
일단 갑자기 태태전이 너무
I already said that TVT was my biggest problem, and it's kind of funny because TVT is now such a hard match to play for me. But I think overall I can say that against Zerg and Protoss it's pretty much the same. But TVT has become a really, really tough matchup for me.
그리고 당장 내일도 태태전이 첫 경기인데 빨리 지금 대책을 강구해야 되겠어요.
So you're known for a player that practices a lot. Like your practice regime is like very strict, and you always practice a lot when you know your opponent and analyze them. Did anything change after your victories at BlizzCon and all those stuff, or is it always the same? And do you think it's an effective way, or is it just a way that fits for you? So I think it didn't really change for me. Even after winning BlizzCon, I felt like when I practiced that much and won BlizzCon, I have to continue. Like there was nothing wrong about it. So why would I change? And also I think probably the easiest way to improve, because you just play and get better, and there's nothing really you can do wrong about it. You just play game after game.
해서 요즘엔 더 열심히 하고 있어요.
So you have to play a lot of games here still, but after this tournament, do you have any explicit like any plans or any wishes to do this year in 2017?
근데 인터뷰 때 항상
So I always mention this in interviews that I always try to focus on the tournament that is like ongoing. Like I never plan anything after that before the tournament ends. And this is what I'm doing right now, and I really want to do my best here. So I'm focusing everything on this.
이게 제 맨날 목표예요.
Have you already seen the SSL announcement in Korea, and what are your thoughts about it? Like, probably you've heard about it earlier, and I just want to hear about your thoughts about the announcement, since there weren't that much tournaments in Korea.
일단 게임
Yeah, hearing that the SSL will come back. As a player, it's always good to have more tournaments, so I'm happy about it, and also because I had a good run in GSL, but I never had the chance to win the SSL, so I'm pretty happy that it came back, and yeah, I'm gonna try to win that too. In a more general sense, what do you think about the StarCraft scene as a whole? Like also in Korea, but also like about the foreign community? Do you think it's like getting healthier, or like do you wish it to become bigger, or are you happy with the state of StarCraft at the moment? So of course I would be really happy if everything grows bigger in StarCraft 2, but I'm also really happy with the state of StarCraft 2 right now, because the last two finals I played in, GSL and also the BlizzCon Championship, there were so many fans cheering for me and cheering for the players and cheering for the game. So I think StarCraft is in a very good position right now. Is there anything you want to add to this interview or say anything to your fans? So I'm really thankful to all the fans. Everything here is possible because of the fans and me as a player. I'm just thankful that I'm here like thousands of kilometers away from Korea, and still my fans in Korea watch my games, cheer for me and always support me. So I'm really thankful about that. I'm also thankful about the people here at the location, especially also Uwe, my boss, who drove all the way here to do this video with me, and also the translator here next to me. I'm really thankful about all those stuff happening around me, and I think it's really just possible because there are fans who really like this game and cheer for us. Thank you.
Thank you.